We have the pleasure this morning to have a special session with a legendary figure in the world of comedy, Michael Richards. Known to millions as the eccentric and unforgettable Cosmo Kramer from the iconic TV series Seinfeld, Michael Richards has made an indelible mark on the entertainment industry with a career spanning decades. He has captivated audiences with his unique style of physical comedy and impeccable timing. Today, he joins us to share insights from his life, his latest memoir, Entrances and Exits, and to offer words of wisdom to our young citizens of the world. Thank you so much, Michael, for being with us today.
Hello there. Hello, Montreal. Hello, how are you?
Fine. You will get questions from all over the place today. You'll see. You ready for our questions?
I'm here.
Okay.
Let it rip.
Okay, so let's start in Canada, in Manitoba. We have a question from Nicole Semler. She's a teacher in Brandon, Manitoba.
We just ended our classes on Friday, and I had the rare opportunity to have, the best of the best situations, right? The class that was willing to do anything and everything. And I could say, like, we're going to go, hunt alligators today. And they'd be like, okay, what hats can we make? Should we make matching shirts? And, that I'm so sad that they're going to be leaving me. But can you tell us a little bit about your youth and growing up and just, what kind of child you were? Because I can only imagine Italian background, right?
I was inventive.
Yeah.
Rather solitary, but I had an imagination. Yeah. I mentioned in my book how some of this imagination got going. Hey, look, I was playing on the back lots of the MGM studio when I was 6. Wow. I had a bike and I rode to the studio and I found a way to crawl underneath the fence and I was moving around within all those sets, you see. And I didn't understand professional acting, but I could sense the make-believe. Mm-hmm. So the activity of imagination is powerful, as you know, in your classroom, in creating alligators or something. What's your alligator all about?
Yeah.
Bringing voice to the alligator. What's your alligator thinking today? Is he happy? Is he sad? Is he ferocious? I mean, you're acting. You're talking about bringing in a lot of make-believe that justifies the intention of the character here in your class, an alligator. I think that's very cool. Did I get that right? You were talking about the making of an alligator, right?
Well, you know what? I teach Canadian history, so we're far from it. But I mean, I could say that, and they were more than willing to, to jump in and let's go.
Okay, you're talking about jumping into a character or jumping into the history of alligators or what? As a learning?
I just have a special class that would be willing to do anything, even though we are in Canadian history.
Okay, I get it. Yeah. A lot of players throughout history and the kinds of parts they play, indeed, understanding their parts and what they bring to the show, to life, to the world. I'm speaking as an actor here now, not as a historian, although there is a history to comedy and there's certainly a history to acting. Here, I'll show you the emblems of my trade.
Oh.
Yes.
Yes.
Those are the emblems of our humanity, for that matter. Yeah. When we're happy, when we're sad. And the actor embodies the whole of humanity, ultimately, in all parts, being able to play all parts. I say that to young students, play every part you can get a hold of, if you feel the inclination to perform or be an actor. Yeah. Okay. Am I preaching?
Very good. Thank you. Thank you, Nicole. And now, Michael, we are staying in Canada. We have a question from London, Ontario, coming from Vero Lopez.
Good morning.
Good morning. Hi.
Hi.
Hello there.
I am here with my grade 2-3 class and one of my amazing students.
Hi, I'm
Hi.
Harper.
Hello.
Uh,
Nice
So
to
yeah,
meet
this is Harper. And actually, we have a question for all of our young kids looking to get into comedy, because I'm sure I have a few sitting in my class right now. Really funny group here. So I was wondering if you could share your process on how you take an everyday idea and turn it into a joke, a skit, or an iconic role like Kramer.
Well, I want to say, first of all, you being a teacher, if you're letting those kids be funny in class, that's very cool.
Oh, that's
Because
all
some
we do.
teachers will say, stop that, stop what you're doing right there and pay attention or something. I know when I was young in class, I dare not be funny because I was afraid I was going to get reprimanded. And I would have, because there's no place for what, the clown in class? Well, you got to pay attention. There are lessons to learn. But boy, when you're into the comedic spirit, and kids have it naturally, they know how to make each other laugh. That's what I would stick to, encourage kids to keep that alive. Have fun. The comedic is about the fun, the laugh, uh, the getting along through humor. Oh, I hope I'm answering your question
Yeah, agreed.
in a sense.
Definitely. And we're just wondering, so in their everyday lives, when they spot things that are funny,
Yes.
how can they develop on that and eventually maybe turn that into something?
Yeah. Well, I know these kids start making little movies and things like that for each other and being playful. As I said a moment ago, it's inherent. The kids have it. It's so profound. I started out watching Laurel and Hardy. I was a little younger than you. I saw Laurel and Hardy when I was in the first and second grade, and these two clowns ripping it about, putting together an antenna on the top of a roof of a house. And of course, never getting the job done, really just messing everything up. But there's something very funny about that in deconstructing things. I say that when children are funny, it's to loosen up. There's a great giddy up to it, as Kramer would say. God, I see it in my son. He's 12 years old. And he's a classical pianist, but there's times he gets on the piano and he plays like he's really good, but he can't play at all. He's deliberately messing everything up, but he pretends that this is great piano playing, but it's just so funny because it's so informal, so irrational. Yeah, we don't take the formal too serious. Like Harpo Marx, if these kids are watching the Marx Brothers, Harpo goes into a room and just dismantles everything. There's something very funny about that. Not that I'm encouraging the kids to dismantle your classroom, but okay, yeah.
Only if you say so. Thank you so much.
Watch lots of comedies.
Oh, yeah. By watching, you learn, of course. Thank you, Vero. So now, Michael, we're crossing the ocean, the Atlantic Ocean, and we're going all the way to France to meet with Cynthia. To you, Cynthia, bonjour.
Bonjour.
Hello there, honey. Hi.
Oh, so I'm at the Galerie Lafayette. You can see the skywalk
Wow,
above my
that's
head.
beautiful.
I thought it would be cool to join in a fun place in Paris where not everybody always sees. So it's the largest department store in Paris. So here I am. My name is Cynthia Texera, and I'm a French immersion teacher in South Carolina. So whenever I do my questions, we do them in French and English. So I have my question in French and English for me. En français, vous avez toujours été un comique physique. Comment incorporez-vous cet aspect physique dans vos routines comiques et stand-up? You've always been a physical comedian. How do you incorporate this physicality into your comedy or stand-up routines?
Well, I'm going to say to the French audience that I'm a great fan of Jacques Tati.
Oh, yes.
And he wouldn't say much, but he would do funny. You see, and that's powerful. And I tried to incorporate that in the Seinfeld show. Kramer can say funny, but he can do funny. Incorporating the physical, getting to the physical. I always thought that Jacques Tati looked rather funny in those pants and those short. They were short. He had white socks, somewhat similar to Kramer. He had a look. Comedy can start with a look. You know, I could take these teeth, see, and I already have kind of a look. You see, I already got something going here. You see, just transforming my look a little bit, or I can put on a wig. You see, there. Now I got something going. You see, well, I only do this not to just be purely silly, but to just show you how you can create a look, and that's physical. I start with a look sometimes, and other times I start with a feeling and a voice. I get to the present so that the comedic is a figure, a character that we can all identify with. I try to find the humanity in the character, as the great Jacques Tati did. You know.
Amazing. Thank you. And Cynthia, enjoy Paris for us.
Merci, merci. Au revoir.
Oui, au revoir. Merci. Okay, coming back to Canada now, Michael. We're heading to British Columbia at a Catholic school in Surrey, the Cloverdale Catholic School. Let's speak with Clive Heath and the Student Council.
Hi, my name is Katie, and I'm a student leadership member at Cloverdale Catholic School. This is my question for you. Do you ever find that people cannot take you seriously because of your role as Kramer? Have you ever played in any serious roles to try and show people your diverse talents in acting?
What a great question. Wow. Yeah. A lot of people just want to see Kramer. When they see me, it's not Michael Richards. It's Kramer. Hey, Kramer. Yeah. Okay. So I say hello and let them see that I'm a person, but I'm also the K-Man or Kramer. The two are interrelated. But I have to say, most of the time, people like to see me as Kramer. They just like the comedy of Kramer. Dramatic acting, yeah. In the beginning, that's all I did was both comedy and drama. I did plays, lots of plays, performances, and so forth, where I could get to a whole range of acting. Yeah.
So at the beginning, but not through time after Kramer, the drama.
Yeah, I've been offered. Doing some acting in purely the dramatic heavies. You know, I used to play a lot of heavies before I got to Seinfeld. Yeah. No, I really enjoy it. It's just the craft of acting. Yeah.
Thank you so much. We are staying in British Columbia, and let's speak with Demi from Blessed Sacrament School in Vancouver.
Hi, my name is Demi and I'm from Blessed Sacrament School. My question for you is, your memoir From Entrances and Exits delves into your journey and experiences, including the moment when anger overtook you and led to an outburst at the Laugh Factory, resulting in pain and regret. Learning and growing from this, what advice do you have for kids about what we should do if we ever feel really frustrated and feel like we're about to explode?
Yeah. Oh boy, that's big. Yeah, I would step back and get to the understanding of what that frustration's all about, what's got you going, what's getting you so upset, and so forth. Lots of plays, lots of books, lots of comedy comes out, talks about frustration or comes out of frustration or anger. When you see Oliver Hardy getting so angry at Stan Laurel, you can see that temperament at work, and it's comedic. That's the blessing. If you can turn that kind of temperament into laughter. That's the ultimate. But if you really feel like it's about to get out of control, step back. Just step back. Say, I need 5 minutes. I'll be right back. I didn't step back. I was consumed by it. And there were great lessons that came out of that, honey. Great lessons.
Thank you.
Yeah.
We are staying in Canada, Michael, but changing province. We're going to Saskatchewan. Let's hear from Chris Ford in Saskatoon.
Okay.
Hi there. So before I ask my question, I just was wondering if you had any idea how much joy you and your shows have brought to the world, because we did the math, and we've been studying statistics, right, in middle years, and so we took the average viewership of every year of Seinfeld, and we multiplied by the number of episodes. So there's 180 episodes, and just under 5 billion viewers, which meant about 150 billion minutes, or 2.5 billion hours, or 103 million continuous days. And that would work out to 282,000 years of joy, of laughter, of fun, or 3,500 lifetimes. Isn't that something?
I'm overwhelmed. I just I'm so glad I'm a part of that.
Isn't it nice?
Indeed.
A heck of a lot of joy to spread around the world. So thank you.
Well, thank you for doing all that statistical work. My gosh.
And so as a part of our Young Citizens of the World program, we engage with young people globally who are inspired by figures like you. So do you have any final words or messages for our young audience worldwide, particularly those who might pursue a career in arts or even comedy?
I would say stay with your interest. Commit to your interest. And if you're into comedy, go for it. Go for it. Even if it's just putting together in the beginning, a couple of minutes. And if there's a local club around, you probably started out by making your family laugh or your friends laugh. See if you can put together now 3 minutes and go to a local club and see if you can make that audience laugh as you bring your comedy into the world. That's a start. Start out slowly, step by step. But again, follow your interest, follow your heart, stick to it. Yeah.
Sounds wonderful.
Thank you
so much.
Okay, you guys. Hi.
Hey, thank you so much, Michael. You've been so kind, so inspiring with our young citizens of the world today. And so congratulations again for this book. And apart from your biography, is there any way we can support you? Is there something else we can look forward to what's happening in the next months for you?
The book just came out 2 weeks ago.
Yes.
And I got a fast New York Times bestseller. And
congratulations.
Thank you. And that was a delight. I mean, that was I wrote the book to get things out in the open about my life. It's a memoir. And that's what that's all about, your life. And also the commitment to acting, and certainly the development of Kramer. That's all for you now. How the character was created, my commitment to that character, it's in my book. So right now I'm talking so much about that, like I am to you. I have a schedule. I'm moving all around the country, and I'm just delighted that the book is out.
Yes, this book is taking you on tour. Amazing.
Everywhere. You know what it is? It's opening me up to life. I've been a recluse for almost 18 years since that horrible incident in 2006. And I had to do a lot of personal work and so forth, wrote my memoir, and now I'm coming out into the open and meeting such wonderful people like you and these kids and so forth. We're very curious about Kramer, the nature of the show and the making of comedy. Thank you for having me. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Michael. All the best to you. Et merci à tous les jeunes citoyens du monde. Thank you, young citizens of the world. This was great. Au revoir. Bye bye.
Bye bye. Bye now.